Hello, I'm your Mayor, John Leech Jr. I'm here with Clair Thomas with the Shoalo Historical Society. And we're at the Reidhead Home that the city of Shoalo just purchased. And we're really excited. It's our new show that's coming out today. It's actually our first. Let's Talk Shoalo. We're starting off at this beautiful, I don't know what we want to call it, the Reidhead Home.
There have been a lot of family members live in this home.
Right.
Charles Reidhead built the home, and there's conflicting dates. We have some family history that says 1910 all the way up to 1914. So either way, it took a while to build.
Right.
Most everyone in the family history says that Charles and Maggie moved in 2 weeks before Christmas in 1914. So
Wow.
I hope that's correct, family.
Hey, we're looking for anybody in the community too that has any more history on this to definitely get with you, because we're just going by obviously paper, not really family. I know some of the family is still around. We were going to have one of the family members join us today, but she wasn't feeling too good yesterday, so she couldn't join us. When I asked her a little bit about the house, she's going, well, let me see what I can remember. So if anybody out there has any history, definitely get with Claire, because it'd be nice to know, if we're wrong, if we're right, or more history for sure.
Absolutely.
When the city bought this house probably about a month ago, somewhere right in there, we really didn't know what we should do with it. I know we've been talking about maybe the museum coming down here, which would be awesome. I mean, this is beautiful.
It is.
It'd be a great place for the museum. I'm not sure it's big enough for you all yet.
No, it's not big enough. I'm sorry to say it's not, but it could be utilized in a historic manner.
So after the 1910, roughly 1914-ish, so when they moved in here, maybe what else happened after that you can kind of remember?
About the house in particular?
About people that moved in here.
Well, Charlie and Maggie lived here for the duration of the rest of their lives. They had a large family. I believe it was 5 of their children were born in this home. And I've heard other townspeople explain that, my grandparents were born in the home. So it was a place of, I believe Maggie was a midwife. And so our townspeople, because of course we didn't have a hospital, they would come here to deliver their babies.
Right.
The granddaughter, Joanne Clough, she was born in this house, and I believe she passed away in this house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's an interesting tidbit of history, but there's all kinds of those stories out there, and as John said, we welcome those stories.
Yes.
So we can put it all together and share with all of our visitors and our townspeople.
I've had a lot of people talk to me about this home, especially about, what are you going to do with it? Why does the city need it? What the city can do with this home? Save it.
That's right.
So that's the most exciting thing, because we could try to go get grants. We've already started that process about a historical home, obviously. We don't want to see it fall down.
Yeah.
So that when the family came to us about purchase, we were excited. We totally were. It's on the Deuce of Clubs, built in 1910, possibly moving the museum here. Are you kidding me? So to save the home is what we were really talking about when we met about buying this home, because we have a lot of old buildings in this town, and not many of them are left.
No.
And for us to be able to purchase this home and save it and keep it, we hope. Well, we're not sure yet. There's a lot of rumors when you do a lot of grants for historical society, you got to put it back to the original. And you have that, I know. So you have one of the pictures from back in 1910, and I believe it's like half this house. So
we do.
We're not quite sure how that's going to work out, but
well, when Charlie built it and his brother Ed, when they built it, it was a large home, and it was one of 4 large brick structures that was built in the community here.
Right.
Philman Merrill had a brick kiln on the south end of the Shola Creek on the Ellsworth Ranch.
Oh, okay.
Then it was Frank Ellsworth's ranch, and they made all of these brick for this home, plus the 3 other homes. There was the Ellsworth home, the Savage home, and an Owens home. And so that's the foundation of these homes. But this is the only one left.
It is the only one left.
Yeah.
I remember the brick house that was right behind that building there. I'm not sure.
It was the Ellsworth
that
family.
was it. And watching that deteriorate and finally fall down was pretty sad. So, like I said, I know City Council staff, and I'm hoping the people in the community are so excited about the City of Shola purchasing this home. So, let's go on a little bit further. After who took over the home after? I know it's always been in the family, but who else has lived here?
I believe after Maggie died first, and then Charlie passed away, and then I am quite certain that LaVon, one of their daughters, lived here for quite some time, and then LaVon's daughter, Joanne Allen Clough, then she occupied the home until her passing, and then her husband Carl passed in the last few years, and Greg and Sheldon Clough have lived in and around on the property for quite a few years since their parents' passing. So
and that's who we ended up buying it from, the Clough family. So it's nice to hear that it really did stay in their family, and that's pretty exciting to know, because growing up here as a kid and seeing this home, it's right on the Deuce Club. Seeing this home, I don't know who lived. I really didn't. So
it was just always a neat old house,
it was
wasn't
just
it?
a neat old house.
So I can just see lots of opportunity with this home and the grounds for any number of events that couldn't be here. So.
Just looking at the front of the house, from right here, we have 4 doors. So, we have doors into bedrooms, we have doors into the common area. It's amazing. It really is. I'm just so excited. Like I said, I know the council and the city, and I'm hoping the whole community gets behind this, because it's going to be a great asset to this community.
I agree with you.
So you guys want to maybe walk inside, and I could take you upstairs and show you some of the stuff upstairs. So this is awesome.
Isn't it?
This is amazing.
It is.
It's absolutely amazing.
I was 3 years old the first time I came in this home.
Really?
Because of course my parents were friends with the Reidhead family, and lots of good memories.
There's a lot of stuff that. Do you know the guy in the picture over there?
That's Carl.
Right.
Clough.
Right. I'm surprised that was there.
Yeah.
So when we were in here, when we first looked at this home about a month ago, and that's what kind of made us think that somebody was going to want a bed and breakfast, is we see an old post office thing, and obviously that wasn't. I don't know why that's there.
Oh, okay. Well, to the east side of this entry, there was a hotel. It was called the Rancho Motel, Rancho Motel. And it was there for a long time. And so I believe that Joanne's mother, ran that, and then Joanne and Carl ran it for a little while. So that's probably where that came from.
That could have been. I remember that now that you say that. Well, let's go in here and look at some of the rest of this awesome home. And there's a couple bedrooms here, one on each side. This is obviously the front of the house.
Yes, it is.
Look at that. That's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, there you have it.
Yeah. All the wood is it's amazing.
It is.
It's really amazing.
It was state of the art when it was built,
Sure.
and with the best materials that they had, and Yeah, it's just a real prize. I want to note the piano that's in this room. That piano belonged to Charlie and Maggie Reidhead, and they love to play music and dance. So if you can imagine Maggie sitting there playing a song, and Charles dancing with his daughters here in this floor, because that's what they did for entertainment.
Got a great sound system in here.
Yes, so I'm delighted to see some of the family furniture heirlooms that remain in the home.
Right,
so.
and they are going to remain here. Well, let's go in here and we'll look at, so I'm not sure how this worked, but this is a modern kitchen. Was this was part of the original kitchen and then they updated it? Is that?
Yes.
Kind of, it's pretty modern.
At one time, about 15 years ago, approximately 15 years ago, there was some renovations done to this home, and at that time the renovations were done. I'm not sure if it was deemed to be historically correct in the renovations. I don't have that information, although there were renovations done, and at that time then this modern day kitchen was put in this home.
Right.
So this section right here was added on later, as you can see, with this nice archway. That went out onto just an open porch like we have in the front. So
Okay.
it was just another beautiful porch for front porch sitting.
Right, and they actually added on back there. There's another bathroom, so that
They did.
another part of the addition.
Yeah, so originally this door here would have been the access from the garden. They had a very large garden, maybe even an acre size garden to the north of us. So that would have been the entryway from the garden, the barns, to come into the then existing kitchen here.
Sure.
So.
Well, we'll go back in here in this way, and then we'll wander upstairs a little bit, but there's another bedroom over here. It's just, you can almost feel yourself walking downstairs in here. This is probably one of the smaller rooms, well, until we get upstairs, but another room in here. And then we'll wander upstairs, Claire, if you want to go, or you can wait.
I think I'll pass.
Wait for me here. This is probably the best looking room. Looks over the street. This is really cool. It's really neat. Just amazing. So if anybody out there knows anything about the birthing room in this home, would you please contact myself or Claire so we can kind of find out which room was, that's a great point.
Yeah. I had read in some of the family comments that it was in Charlie's study. So poor Charlie, when somebody had to have a baby, well, I don't know where he went to study, but anyway, I just don't know which room.
Right.
In this home.
We'll find out. I'm sure somebody can. I can even ask one of the grandkids. But Claire, thank you so much. I'm glad you did this with me. I told you it was going to be easy.
Yes, you did.
No script, no nothing. But I thank you very much, and we're excited to see the future of this home for sure. We're excited. We don't know what direction it's going to go. If it's going to turn into the museum for the city, possibly. Obviously, we've got to weigh all those options. But it's a great purchase for the city to save the home. That's one of the biggest reasons that we wanted to buy this, is to save the home. But
first and foremost.
yes. But anyway, Claire, thank you very much.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
you coming out.
It's been my pleasure, and on behalf of the Shoreland Historical Society, myself and the board of directors, we're all abuzz about the future.
That's awesome. That's
So,
awesome.
Thank you for
You
having
bet.
me on today.
You bet. Thank you again. And I'm Mayor Leech, and we appreciate you all watching.